Hi there. Now, would you like to eat what you want and still lose weight? Come on, we all would, wouldn't we? If so, you better be watching next week, and we'll be showing you how, with the help of this man here, Paul McKenna. We're going to be speaking to him in a moment, and he'll tell us how he's going to do it. But first, here's the story of Maureen Edwards. Now, Maureen weighed almost 30 stone before following Paul's advice. Have a look at this.
Before I lost weight, my life was so miserable, I just didn't want to get out of bed in the morning. When you're 30 stone, people look at you in funny ways and you just don't want to go out of the house. When I was big, I just didn't like myself at all and just used to think about food all the time. I used to eat all day, go to bed, dream about food until the next day, and it all started all over again. My food bill was £200 a week and I ate every little bit of it. Nobody wants to be 30 stone. Nobody. You know, not being able to put their own shoes on and fasten them, because you can't fasten laces because you can't see shoes. You can't have a bath because you get stuck in the bath. I saw myself as repulsing and I just didn't like myself. If I hadn't have lost the weight, I certainly wouldn't be here now, because I would have done something to myself or I would have just died with a heart attack. I'm 9 stone 13 now. I'm a gym instructor and I love life.
Well, that's how she was, and Maureen has now lost a massive 19 stone since following Paul's advice. So let's take a look at her now. Here she is. Maureen, come on in and join us. Wow! You look absolutely amazing. There you are before and there you are now. It's like a different person. You look absolutely fantastic. Now come over here and join us.
Less than half
tell us all about it. You really, and you look really fit as well. You don't look all drawn and, you know, and unhealthy.
No hanging flesh, it's all that.
It's all toned,
It's all toned. I'm a well-toned lady.
Aren't you great? And that's well done to you. Well done to you. So come on then. What was the motivation for you? What was the moment when you thought, right, I've had enough?
I got stuck in a chair. Actually, the chair splayed. I was at a barbecue and the legs just gave way. Oh, and everyone's laughing and you just laugh with them, you know. And on the way home in the car, somebody said to me, why don't you try hypnotism? And like you do, it won't work. Borrowed the CDs and I've never looked back.
They were Paul's CDs?
Yeah, never looked back. This man has changed my life.
And how has it changed your life?
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, saved your life in terms of health as well. How has it changed your life then? What's your life like now compared to how it was before?
Hectic. It's absolutely fantastic. I take 16 classes a week. I love my exercise. Absolutely brilliant. It's just completely changed my life.
And what do you think worked about this, about his system? Paul's here, as we know, and he's going to tell us a little bit about it all in a moment. But what do you think worked about what he did for you that hasn't worked with weight loss before? Because before, presumably, you had tried to lose weight before.
Every diet under the sun. I mean, I went home, went to bed, put the CD on, and I woke up and I felt absolutely wonderful. He tells you to love yourself, you know, and look through the mirror and don't get obsessed with the scales, you know. But I didn't have scales that'd weigh me anyway. But, you know, when I did get on them, you're on and off them all the time. Take over your life. Scales take over your life. And
how long did it take you to lose all the weight?
It took me 18 months to lose the 14.5 stone. I've lost 20 stones, 3 pounds now, by the way.
Good
Don't miss the 3 pounds out, 3 pound count.
Yes. Good
yes, and then
so
the
you
rest
haven't
of it.
done it in a... I mean, that is quite a short amount of time, isn't it, to lose that much weight?
But then I was exercising as well.
To work
which Paul motivated me.
Well, come on then, Paul. She's inspiration enough for anyone to follow your system. Why is it... Tell us a little bit what it is, first of all.
OK, well, I'll tell you what it isn't. It's not a diet. Okay. Diets are all about don't eat this food and that food. There's been research into diets for about 50, 60 years. They work for hardly anybody. In fact, most people end up putting on more weight when they come off the diet. If you starve yourself, you're going to end up binging. I think, frankly, right now, there's a better case for banning diets than there is banning smoking, if you think of the misery and bad health that they end up causing. So my system has got no nutritional information in it at all.
So when you mean diet, you don't just mean sort of shakes and powders and sachets and things. You mean any sort of rigid
external
eating?
Control over your food. Anything that tells you don't have carbs or, you know, this is forbidden, you know, chocolate's bad. That's a diet. My system has nothing about nutrition in it at all. It's all about an internal calibration. It's all about the way you relate to food. So what I do is I help people to change the way that they're relating to food. Your brain is like a computer, right? And if you're overweight, you're not bad, you're not broken, you've just got some bad habits. And I help you reprogram that computer. So as far as I'm concerned, if you're overweight, it's not your fault. It's the fault of your programming. And through a simple set of psychological techniques, I can show you in a very short space of time how to change that. There is no willpower required, no belief is necessary. All you have to do is remember to follow a few instructions, and then suddenly your whole relationship with food will change.
And this is what you're going to share with everyone watching at home next week. It sounds
absolutely
amazing.
Do you know, I'm very passionate about this. I'm very emphatic about it. People think perhaps almost a bit evangelistical, but I know it works. It doesn't work for everyone, but it works for most people most of the time.
Right. Well, I mean, to be honest, there's so much misery, as you say, caused by weight in terms of health and also in terms of how people's lives are coloured by it, being overweight, that if you could help a lot of people at home, I'm sure they'd be very grateful. Well, look, there'll be exclusive online content and help with what Paul's talking about all next week on the website. But if you can't wait that long, you can log on now and enter competitions to win Paul McKenna goodies. That's Paul McKenna goodies. It made it sound like you could win Paul McKenna. Sadly, we're keeping him. That's GM.TV, which you can now access on your mobile. Just text mobile, MOBILE, that is, to 81189 and follow the instructions there. Paul, it sounds fantastic. We're going to be gripped next week. Thanks very much indeed, and congratulations to you. It's a huge achievement with Paul's health.
Can I just ask you to wave to all my ladies at the gym, because
hello to all the ladies at the gym.
Yes, the Lot Fitness Studio.
They'll be watching you through a red haze of pain right now,
as we speak.
Well, they were sweating when I told them I was going on this tree with you.
Excellent. Good news.
Ben's slightly sweating now.
OK, we're going to take a short break so I can calm down a bit. Still to come this morning, the soap stars didn't quite make it as pop superstars, but they're here to talk about it anyway. Emmerdale's Matthew Wolfenden and Verity Rushworth are going to be live in the studio with their predictions for this week's big finale.